Shalom, King Anthodiah, Lionite Trust. Today is 4/18/2020. Bless you on the Shabbat. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and I hope you be blessed. I hope you learn something on this Shabbat. Don't forget, the government is on life support. Okay? Seal number 4 of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 5 and 6, opened up. Verse 5 has opened up. Verse 6 is opened up as well, but it hasn't been read or played out yet. That's when we having World War III or nuclear war around the world. Alright? So we still have some time. Right now, I want to make sure I get my plug in. Carrot bars. You're gonna need it. Or you can get you some gold back. Get you some gold back from United Precious Metals Association. Why? Because this is gonna float away. It ain't gonna be worth nothing. $2.50. $2.50 for a day's wage. $2.50 for a day's wage. That means you're gonna work 8 hours for $2.50. Okay? $2.50. And some people are calling for it to happen within 6 months when gold resets. And gold will definitely reset. Now, in my last video, I talked about how to not be an unprofitable servant, how to invest your tithes and offerings so that you can be a blessing for the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven will be here on earth. It's not some pie in the sky somewhere, kumbaya, we want God to gather around. No, the Most High is coming here to dwell on earth. Jerusalem is the next capital. Alright? The Most High is coming here to dwell on earth. And He will not take fiat currency, especially when it's not backed by nothing. He can't receive what is His. And you know what is His? Gold and silver. Okay? When the wise men, more than 3, when they came with gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Okay? The gold representing faith, the frankincense and myrrh representing purity and praise and worship. Okay? Because those are the commodities of the kingdom. Why? The kingdom is paid with gold. The kingdom is paid with gold. That's faith. You walking in faith, walking on faith, walking with faith. Okay? Then you have the river that is flowing, from the midst of God. Okay? That river is a water of life. What does that river represent? On the river, right? You have what's called a bank. Alright? What do we do at banks? We store wealth. Now, on the side of that river are trees, living trees that bear 12 leaves. That's for the healing of your body. Because without health, you cannot obtain wealth. Okay? Now, what flows down this river? What flows down the river? Living waters. Okay? And deposits, right? Deposits happen on the banks. Deposit happens on the banks of rivers. Okay? So the kingdom of heaven has a treasury, all right? And it has a stream of currency of deposits for the bank, okay? But your paper, your fiat, if it's not backed by anything, if it's not backed, why? Because a river is backed, right? A river is backed by a bank, right, of deposits. That system has failed in 2008. Then it failed again in December because this fiat is not backed by anything any longer. Now, they also put a part and partial portion of it in the $100 bill. Okay? If you look on the $100 bill, I know this is a 20, but on the 20, it has the gold aurum reflection on it. That's on the 20. And then you have little flecks in the back of gold. Okay? Letting you know that the system is changing. Alright? Then you have the Liberty Bell on a $100 note that is in gold. Okay? Because gold is liberty, is freedom. This belongs to a private bank. They can print or not print whenever they want to, and you have no access or control over it. But you have access to the river of life so that you can receive your deposits in a true bank. Okay? That's why the Messiah says, he says, store not up your treasures on earth. He's not telling you not to be a good steward. He's telling you don't have your heart set on those things. Don't have your heart set on gold and silver, but have it to be a tool so that you can store up treasures or deposits in heaven. So that when the Messiah comes back, he can take his and give you what is interest, because you had faith, you had gold, you had faith in little things, and now he can give you much. That's Matthew 25:14-30. So last time I went over the 3 ways that you can be a profitable servant: by taking care of the poor, the widow, the needy, and the fatherless; by investing your fiat into gold and silver, which belongs to the Most High; and last but not least, giving it to a reputable and knowledgeable and trustworthy servant of the Most High. Okay? So you can always donate to Lionite Temple. You know, hit the link, is on the left side of the video, Lionite Temple, or you can do it yourself. But I gave you 2 other vehicles that you can use. One was called Onyx, where you can put that fiat to work and to use. You can put that fiat to work and you can put it to use. Excuse me. Now just yesterday, gold, silver, platinum, everything was down yesterday. Everything was down. So I did a little investment, and let's say it was at 446, right? 446. That was the investment, right? It went down to 436. Okay. And you may say, yo, you lost $10, right? That's $10 lost. Nah. Why? Because not only is the gold preserved, the silver is preserved as well. It's down only in spot, but it's not down in its intrinsic value. It has value. So it's competing with the currency that is being printed. So more currency, more people can purchase the silver, more central banks can purchase the gold. That pushes the price of it down. But it's like a spring, that once that pressure gets too much, it's going to pop off. Okay? So that little measly $10, once it gets back over what I started with was the 446, and it started to go up to 447, 456, 480, I'm just going to take that spread, that difference. So 456, let's say it went up to 456, I'll take that $10 that I earned, or that is valued at. I'll sell some more and I'll buy some more. I'll buy whichever one is cheaper. So silver is cheap right now. It's dirt cheap. Okay, dirt compared to all the other ones is dirt cheap. It's at 15. You can't beat that. 15. One of these, and you buy 15. You can get it for 15 an ounce. An ounce that's worth 50. An ounce that's worth 50. What's the spread on that? You purchase it at 15, right? But it's worth 50. This is what you purchased at. This is what it's worth. What's the spread on that? Well, do the math. What's the spread on that? Huh? $50 from 15. What's the spread on that? You can't beat that. That's banking your sleep. You got a river flowing in your sleep and you ain't even doing nothing. All you gotta do is just click some buttons. That's it. You ain't even doing nothing. Karatbars is another good one too. We got a new card coming. New 1 gram card. Right now it's at $70 for that 1 gram card. Can't beat it. For 1 gram, you can't beat it. Because it's gonna go up to about $150 a gram. So you can't beat that. So look for that link. Karatbars, the link in there. In about 3 weeks, we're gonna have the new Karatbar More Gold card. Gotta get on it. Got to get on it. Now is the time to preserve your wealth, because when it's really start getting rough, especially what they got going on, talking about that they're gonna slowly roll out this economy, troubles ahead, because you're gonna have a disparity. Some places don't have any food, especially these cities. A lot of you people stuck in these cities that really don't have any food on the shelves. There's no trucks running. There's not enough trucks running to service the economy. It's not, the older generation getting out. They old. They ain't running 3 days running back and forth across the country, going up into the mountains. They're not doing that. And the young fellas that's driving trucks, they definitely ain't doing that. You can forget about that. You say, how do I know? I drive trucks. That's what I do, but I had to get out. Because you're not making any money in it. You're not making any money. And young cats like, nah, I can't do that. I can't be out home 4 days on the road. 4 days on the road. Now I don't get no breaks. I don't get no stops. I don't get none of that. I'm out for 28 days on the road, 2 days home. That system is dead. That system is dead. See that? See that little that blue right there? Yeah. Driving trucks. That system is dead. They want to be home. The young cats want to be home. They want to be cuddled up. You know what I mean? The most they might go out is 2 days and want to be home. They ain't doing no 30 days out on the road, 2 days home. They ain't doing that no more. That system is dead. And the trucking companies haven't been able to keep up with that. That's why they have a high turnaround. That's why it's taking so long to get food back on the shelf. There's not enough trucks. There's not enough drivers out there. And so let me not say there's not enough trucks, because they get plenty of trucks. But they don't have enough drivers to drive these trucks, to put in the work. Then you got a lot of crop failure going on. You got places right now still getting snow. As the seasons change, the weather patterns is going to be off, because you got Nibiru coming through, and you got the celestial seasons changing. Because when the new heaven come in, it's going to be a new order of things. We're going into the age of Aquarius. the new order of things. When the earth shifts, it's going to be a whole. When that great earthquake happens, it's going to be seasons going to be changed. Okay, and the thing you want to look out for that is when they finally go with the final plan with Israel to split. Well, they already went with the final plan with Israel to split Israel. But once it's final, once you know, and that the whole world knows that Israel has been split, Palestinians got their spot and the rest of Israel got their spot, or the Israelis got their spot, that's when you know it's on and popping. That great earthquake gonna come. You already have earthquakes right here in America right now, out in the West, bigger ones as they come, because those birth pains are coming. It's gonna be ripped. Cities crumbling. Well, we got some time before that happens. Y'all willing? We have some time before that. Y'all willing? We have some time. So right now is to be getting prepared, getting your faith in order, getting your house in order. We don't know what's coming, but you got to be prepared, both spiritually and physically and mentally. You don't know what tomorrow will hold, but to not be prepared is the worst thing. Father Abraham was prepared. He was prepared for the seasons that came. A wise man seeth the danger coming, and he hideth himself. But if you see danger coming, you got to prepare to hide. You see it coming on. If you just gonna let it hit you, you just gonna let it hit you. You ain't gonna do nothing. You got a lot of things that the government is closing things down. And if you have your eyes open, your insight, and your eyes and your ears open, you can see that, you on your own out here. Especially a lot of you people in the city. You better get one of these. You better get you a sack. Because you're going to need it. You better get you a sack. You're going to need it. You're going to need to flee out of these cities before they lock them down, before it starts to get real terrible. Because not enough food is coming through. Because people are shocked that you got to go to work for $2.50 for a whole day for a loaf of bread. That ain't even on the shelf. You stuck in desert cities. You can't get any seeds to grow anything. Nothing won't grow because the weather is messed up. That's when you got to be in that community. Like I was telling y'all years before, you have to be in the communities of faith, so that those angels can do the miracles. Yes, angels still do miracles. Yes, miracles still happen. And I'm not talking about your rinky-dink miracles where you think, because of coincidence something happened. I'm talking about real miracles. Talking about you just walking down the street and you see a plate of food, spread of goods and everything that you need, all the things that you need to eat, just pop up because the angels are still working. You come home and the little flour that you had left still gone. Every time you scoop it out, there's more flour in there. You got a half a jar olive oil. You trying to pour the olive oil and it's still running. You pour the whole bottle and it's still oil coming out. You wondering like, what's going on? Miracles, real power. That's when those celestial things open up. Or you in the house and you down to your last $2.50. You wake up next morning, you got $10. Just there. It's just multiplying. That's because you had some things stored up. You had some treasures stored up. You took care of the poor, the widow, the needy, the fatherless, those who are in prison. You took care of them. Now your return is coming back. Pressed down. Multiplied for you. That's what tithes and offerings are for. God don't need your tithes and offering. It's for you for the day of trouble. That's what it's for. For the day of trouble. When you done did something wrong and you have to make amends. That's what tithes and offerings for. That's why you can't slack. Even now you can't slack off. You got that $1,200 and what you done blew it. You didn't think about God yet. You ain't think about God yet. You just blew it. When a day of trouble happens, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You ain't got nothing stored up in the riverbank. You don't have no deposits in the treasury of heaven. You don't have no faith, no gold. You don't have no faith stored up for the day of trouble. What you gonna do then? That's why your tithes and offerings are important, and you have to do it with a cheerful heart. Why should you have a cheerful heart? Because you know the Most High will provide for you. That your life is not controlled by this. King of Priests Anthony, you know the links in the bottom. Get your gold, get your carrot bars, get your war chest. Be prepared. Shabbat Shalom.